Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to come in and run my mouth and talk about the mess. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. So, everybody knows, in my favorite voice, everybody knows what's going on with T Hood and Kai Frost, um, Kelsey Frost, basically the Frost as a whole, Rashida Kirk. Um, well, this is an update. So this is according to TMZ. So THood Autopsy rapper shot him back in domestic dispute. Police still probing self-defense. T-Hood was killed. T-Hood was killed in brutal fashion, shot multiple times, at least one in the back, TMZ has learned. According to Gwinnett County ME's report, obtained by TMZ Hip Hop, T-Hood suffered gunshot wounds to the back, abdomen, buttocks, and lower right and left thighs. When I tell you it's not funny, it is not funny. When I say, baby, Kyle, baby, Kyle was, and I just said it, rain, baby. Kyle was just shooting. Baby, Kyle was just shooting. Just shoot, baby. Well, girl, y'all better move. Cause y'all better move, baby, because baby, the way them bullets is there. The way those bullets were in that house flying around.
Oh! Ah! Pet cost $10. Come on, give me money. Shut!
Baby, based off of this picture, they put a picture up of the gunshot wounds, and baby, they were everywhere. His name is Tevin. People have been saying Telvin. Some people have been saying Tevin, but it says Tevin on the picture. But yeah, they baby, Kyle was just shooting, baby. Girl, y'all better move. Move out the way. Okay. All right. The report says Hood pulled a gun during a heated argument with two other people inside his Georgia home, but someone opened fire. Someone opened fire in self-defense, killing the rapper on August the 8th. It's unclear in the report who the shooter is. We don't necessarily know if it's Kai. The reports have said the primary suspect is Kai, um, but we don't know for a fact if it's actually Kai. But but based off of, you know, Hood was rushed by ambulance to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. At the time, he had been dating Love and Hip Hop Atlanta stars Kirk and Rashida's daughter, Kelsey. Kelsey is actually Rashida's stepdaughter, Kirk's biological daughter, just FYI. Investigators, but she's been knowing Kelsey for a very long time because Kai is 24. So she's been a part, I'm assuming, a part of Kelsey's life for at least 24 years. Um, Investigators were originally called to the scene on a report of a dispute between two people at the house in Snellville, Georgia. Police have identified Kai Frost, the son of Kirk and Rashida, as a prime suspect. No charges have been filed yet. Police are still investigating to determine whether the shooter acted in self-defense, but the fact that Hood was shot in the back may complicate that scenario. We also obtained another police report from March 2025 where Kelsey called 911 and said T Hood had made off with her Benz and black Mac Mini following an argument after a night out at the club. I'm Team Kai. I'm not even the one to girl want to go in the street and protest and put t-shirts on. But baby, y'all gonna have me down in Atlanta protesting for Kai if something happened to that little boy. Not little, because he's a grown man. Um, He's 24. He's grown. So I don't want to, infantilize him because he's grown. But I'm Team Kai in this situation. My mind hasn't changed. It would be easy for me to just throw Kai away. I don't know that man at all. It would be easy for me to throw Kai away if I had heard stories of Kai, just being a terrorist in the community and just a mess and just up to no good all the time. I haven't heard any story. Well, I did hear a story, but okay. But how you doing? But I didn't, I haven't heard any stories of him um, being a degenerate. I haven't. So I think that's why I'm so Team Kai. And I also realized too that, and we've had this conversation before, I also realized too that in situations like these, the abused, fathers and uncles and brothers are, taught, and if the victim is a woman, it's taught to, you call your brother and your sister. I mean, you call your basically male relatives, friends, to come and take care of whomever it is who may be violating you. When I think you should just call the cops, because in a scenario like this, the cops are going to be called anyways. I don't want to lock a black man in jail. I mean, well, girl, there's a possibility that Kai could be going to jail. So I'm just saying, just lock up the right nigga. You know what I'm saying? Or at least try to get the right nigga locked up. The cops are going to be involved if it ends in a scenario like this. So just call the cops from the get-go. That's all I'm saying. Because if it gets to the point where you just think that your brothers and uncles are just going to go beat him up, he whooping your ass. If you think somebody who's crazy enough to just pound you is going to go down without a fight, and then somebody pulls out something, they pull out something, and then it's a shootout at the OK Corral, and then again the cops are going to be called. I know it's not as black and white. I just feel bad for Kai. I hope that whatever happens, if anything happens, hopefully it's just a slap on the wrist. I do believe that because THood, from what the people have said, was a hot ass mess, it does make it easier for me to turn my nose up. It does. I understand that that's somebody's brother and father, baby daddy, cousin, nephew, uncle, whomever. But it doesn't change that that person was absolute trash. And he was over there beating the shit out of that girl. And other women. And I didn't even realize this. I look real cute today. Come on. Come on, no filter. Okay. But I didn't realize until it was brought. I saw people saying it in my video, and then I actually saw the video. Shout out to Erica De Niro TV. Maya Campbell. She is an addict. I don't think she's no longer. Is this still? Do you consider, even if the person is not no longer on drugs, are they still considered? Well, she was an addict. I don't think. I don't feel like going down that road, but she was addicted to drugs at one point. And there was a video. I never realized that was him in the video. He was basically recording her. And she was begging for drugs, and it was just a mess. So it just goes to show the type of person that he was. Um, so it doesn't as mean, as hateful as this may sound, it doesn't move me that he is dead. I'm more concerned about Kai and what it looks like for him than I am about T Hood, because of the person that he appeared to be. You see what I'm saying? Anyways, it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Let's go ahead and move on, y'all. Free Kai, even though he's not locked up. Team Kai, case closed. Okay, so is Old Lady Gang closed? The location on Peter Street. Now, one of the cousins, I asked you, and you know who you are, Mr. Light Skin with the green eyes. Okay, you told me you lived by OLG. I know it was you. See, y'all think I don't be remembering y'all faces in the comment sections. As long as y'all don't change y'all pictures or names, I remember. If you leave a lot of, if you're the type of person who comments on the videos, I eventually remember your name, girl. Well, not necessarily your name, but I remember your face. But when I see your name, you know what I'm saying? I know who's who. So, anyways, you know who you are. Okay, you told me you live by OLG. And I asked you the other day, was OLG closed? And I don't remember getting a response. But that's okay. I went and did a little digging myself. So OLG on Peter Street seems to be closed. The only one that I can see, based off of the information that I saw online, is the one on Camp Creek. Was it Camp Creek Marketplace? I even made a phone call today to the OLG, and it said that nobody picked up the phone.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
My God, today.
So, based off of what I see online and based off of what it says on their Instagram page, the OLG on Peter Street is closed. And the only one they have available is the Camp Creek location and the State Farm Arena. I wonder what happened. I know at one point they were having issues at Blaze with like the landlord. Remember we talked about that story like a few months ago? I wonder what happened with the OLG on Peter Street. And you know what's so crazy? I haven't heard anybody talk about it. For the most part, as big as Candy is, bitch, I'm worldwide. You know what I'm saying? I would have thought that this story, I don't even know why it even crossed in my mind about OLG. I wonder what happened. Candy gonna be all right regardless, girl. She got other stuff going on, but can I say something? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I told y'all. I told y'all that when you got somebody like Todd who only cared about the money, you know what? That's a lie. I didn't tell y'all. I'm surprised that it even got to the point where the location, based off of the information that's being presented on the internet, that it's closed. Because in my head, I thought that Todd appeared to be, all he cared about was the money. He didn't care about those people sitting in the dark. Girl, he didn't care. He didn't have time to be going down to try to get no generator, right? I don't know what else he got going on, what he had going on at the time, to the point where you can't make sure your business is functioning at 100%. But I thought that maybe once the money started kind of looking funny, then maybe, because usually when you play with somebody's pockets, that's when they usually try to get it together. People usually don't care if the money is still the same. Once the money starts to look a little bit funny, that's when the girls start to sit up straight and figure something out. So again, I don't know if it was due to a money issue. I don't know if it was because the building was about to be demolished. I don't know. I don't know why they're closed. I don't know. But again, I will say that whatever the reason was, it's. I just feel like it's tied. It was tied. Because whatever the reason, whatever it was, if it wasn't something that had to do with like, girl, y'all got to get out the building because girl, they're about to demolish this area and build some high rises. I don't know, stuff like that happens all the time to businesses. I guess I really can't say because we don't know why they closed. But it doesn't go unnoticed that girl, that Candy is no longer on Atlanta and now the business is closed. Ooh, girl. Why do y'all think they closed? Was it money? Was the money not coming in? Was it business? Was it the area? Is something going on in the area where they had to close up shop? Were they about to tear the building down and build and rebuild and make it into a parking lot? You know what I'm saying? Like I know there's so many reasons why a business can be closed. But because that was the first location, and I think Camp Creek came later on down the line. Camp Creek is still open for business, so that's a good thing. Maybe they shouldn't have had all those businesses open in the first place. I mean, all those locations. Because I think at one point they had like 3 or 4, right? That's probably what it was. Do you think it's too many locations? I don't know. I always looked at OLG as like a tourist spot. Like I don't see people in Atlanta just saying, "Girl, let's go to OLG." Like if I went to Atlanta, like with my mama, girl, she would probably want to go to OLG. Like when OLG first opened, and I was like, "Oh, girl, I gotta go to OLG." Like I felt like it was for like tourists in a way. It's not giving me. I never looked at OLG as a spot where like people in when it first opened, I felt like people in Atlanta went just because, you know what I'm saying? It's Candy's place. But I think after a while, it just became like a tourist spot, if that makes sense. And now, when you look at the hours of operation, when you look at the hours of operation, they're only open on Sunday to Monday from 12 to 8. Tuesday and Wednesday, they're closed. And then Thursday, they're open from 12 to 8. And then Friday, Saturday, 12 to 10. And you can't do no reservations. So, girl, being closed on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, those are odd days to me. But I mean, girl, I don't know. They know more about their business than I do. I mean, shout out to Candy, shout out to Todd. I do want to know why that OLG is closed though. I really want to know. But I'm nosy though. If anybody knows, y'all get in the comment section and let us know why OLG is closed. You know what it is too? You know what it is too? One thing I think where people go wrong when they go into certain businesses are certain what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. You don't know anything about the business. Like I don't think Todd knows. Bitch, I probably know more about a restaurant than Todd do. I think Todd just saw a quick lick. Like he saw a quick lick. He had the idea. Let's open up a restaurant. Old lady gang. He had a quick lick. He had access to the bank of candy. Right? But when it came down to it, he really didn't know anything about running no fucking restaurant. And then another thing too, girl, I know I'm all over the place. But another thing too I didn't like about OLG, girl, they were not consistent. I remember when that girl, the hostess said it, and I think Mama Joyce got mad, and I was like, they're not. Girl, let me tell y'all something. I have been to OLG what, 6 times? I can't remember. It's been more than a few, I know. I've been enough to know that, girl, they're not consistent. Like, I remember one time I went and I had I love candy. Well, when I say I love candy yams. But they're not, there are more, when you like mash them up, they had little pieces of honey grams in them, bitch. I swear to God, bitch. On top, baby, I almost swallowed my fork. And then I remember I went back again, and I remembered how good the yams were, and I was like, oh, let me get those, girl. I'm like, girl, I get my girl. What 100 grams? What a little bits of honey grams in it? None. And then remember when they had the show, when Candy, they were all working in the kitchen for like a couple of hours, and the lady that was making something, and she was just pouring, and Candy was like, so y'all just don't follow the recipe, y'all just not gonna follow my recipe. She kind of said it, jokingly, but it just went to show that, girl, that the food was not consistent. Girl, you could tell when there was a different chef in the kitchen. I think that it is important. I worked in a restaurant before. It was in a small town. I think that it is important. I don't give a damn what nobody say. It is important for people to be in that kitchen before opening to prep whatever needs to be prepped. Nobody should be measuring with their eyeballs unless it's your kitchen at your house. At this restaurant, if it's 1 cup of sugar, bitch, it's 1 cup of sugar. You can't pour until you think it's 1 cup. Well, my eyes tell me. No, your eyes don't tell you shit, bitch. Put the sugar in the measuring cup and measure 1 cup of sugar. That's how it should be. I feel like that's how a restaurant should run. It should be one recipe. It should be multiple cooks, but you should not be able to tell when there are different cooks in the kitchen. And I feel like with OLG, you could tell when there were different cooks in the kitchen. You could just tell. The only thing that was consistent was those devil fried eggs. Was it devil fried egg? The fried deviled eggs, baby. Ooh, baby. Something serious. Hey! I said, baby, the devil is busy, baby. Anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and move on. Shout out to OLG, baby. Hopefully everything is okay with them. I don't want any business to shut down, especially a black business. And we like Candy, even though she messy as hell. I was talking about Candy the other day to one of my friends. Candy got some questionable ways, but I'm gonna leave Candy alone. We see each other, Candy. All right, so this is according to the neighborhood talk. Neighbors get into this. Halle and DDG had a court date, and the judge made some big declarations. According to reports, a Los Angeles judge the title is Judge Reportedly Orders both Halle, that's her name, Halle and DDG to not post Halo. So according to reports, a Los Angeles judge ordered both Halle and DDG not to post Halo on social media. Originally, it was just DDG who was not allowed to post the infant. The judge reportedly felt it was fair for the rule to apply to both parents. The judge also ruled that DDG could get supervised visits, but no overnight visits yet. The visits will reportedly be monitored to ensure no videos or photos are taken. During the hearing, Halle's lawyers reportedly claimed DDG fans were allegedly harassing her online. They are. At least they were, I know. They also accused DDG of calling paparazzi on himself while he had Halo in Italy. But DDG's defense adamantly denied these allegations. Let me tell y'all something. Who the fuck is in Italy, girl, chasing after DDG? I remember that video when he went to Italy, and I saw him with his son, and I said, "Girl, it's kind of like remember when Mauricio, the pictures of Mauricio and the girl, Mauricio from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Kyle's husband. Y'all know the kissing lesbian."
What about your lesbian relationship, bitch? What about it?
Baby girl said that we was gay, girl. We was kissing lesbians, girl.
Honey, the bitch over there eating puss and don't girl prancing that hoe around, prancing that stud around, and girl acting like we're not supposed to remember she was just prancing that hoe around, girl, the season before last. Anyways, Kyle's husband, they're separated. Kyle's husband was seen photographed with some girl. And I think most people were like, "Girl, who is chasing after Mauricio? And who is taking nobody cares about Mauricio. Like, not now Mauricio is my man, but girl, even I had to say, like, even when Mauricio got on Dancing with the Stars, I was like, how in the hell and why in the hell did Mauricio make it on Dancing with the Stars? I could see Kyle being on Dancing with the Stars. Mauricio? I could see Peter Thomas on Dancing with the Stars before Mauricio. Anyways, he claims he can't control whether people follow him with cameras or not. They will reportedly have another court day on October the 15th. Thoughts, neighbors. I mean, it is what it is. If one can't do it, the other can't do it. Just don't show the baby online. Even though the fact of the matter is, girl, and I think somebody said this in the comment section, Halle doesn't really need to show her son off for her career. Catch that tea. DDG, that's what he does. So he'll probably have the hardest time, basically standing, abiding by the rules that the judge set, because, I mean, he's a streamer. You know how he gets down. Halle gonna be all right. Whatever her name is, Halle, Little Mermaid. Anyways, y'all, I'm about to go to the liquor store and get me a little bottle. Girl, thank God it's walking distance. So I'm gonna walk down the street. It's like 10 minutes away, but it's nice outside. So I'm gonna walk up the street, get a little bottle, and come back home. All right, and plus I need to walk anyways. Oh, big ass. Okay. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.